Just when you think the damn boogeyman is dead, just like Jason Voorhees, he comes back bigger and stronger every time. It seems like during this run by Alabama, it's been like a coin toss, heads or tails, except it's heads or Bama. And the rotational year for Bama looks like it might be coming up, as Bama in the offseason seems to have gotten scarier, if that's possible. Let's talk about it. How's it going out today, boys and girls in sporting land? This is JPC. I am the OCF. That is the outlaw of college football. And as always, you guys and gals are, without a shadow of a doubt, the common Joe and common Sally's in the know. Even more so than all the who's dastardly media talking heads. Let's jump right into it here. Just when you thought the damn boogeyman was dead, right? Just like I said in the lead up, University of Alabama seems to be rising from the ashes, sort of like Jason Voorhees or Freddy Krueger or Michael Myers does, except even scarier possibly for the rest of college football, because all that they have coming back. Not only is it all they have coming back, it's what they've added and what they've acquired through the transfer portal that Nick Saban warned people about. And once again, they didn't listen to him. As far as football goes, Nick pretty much knows what he's talking about. Politically, not so much. I've already had that discussion. But you got not only got Bryce Young and Will Anderson coming back. We all know Will Anderson probably should have been at the Heisman Trophy presentation. Probably the best player in college football. Not only you got those two guys coming back, but you have now 9 of 11 defensive starters have decided to stay, from Henry To'oTo'o to Byron Young. Got a few stats here I'm reading off to you. An emerging Dallas Turner. And then, in addition to the 9 of 11 starters coming back, you got Eli Ricks coming in from LSU, probably considered one of the best corners in college football. Now, you're like, well, how did they get all these players to come back? They passed on millions of dollars. Maybe it's just they're so motivated to come back and finish strong, or maybe they feel like they got unfinished business. Maybe there's a little revenge factor there, like the Georgia defense that came back. And that's possible. I think there's a little more to it. I think the fact that now they got NIL deals makes it a lot easier for these players to pass on millions of dollars, because they can get millions of dollars from NIL deals by just staying here in college and finishing what they started. They can take a little risk and finish something they feel like that they should have finished. They don't have to worry about not making those millions of dollars as much, because, like I said, they're already getting millions of dollars in NIL deals. So I think that has a lot to do with it as well. Now, on top of that, Alabama also got Jamar Gibbs. Great running back from Georgia Tech. Not many people may know about him. They may have not heard about him until here recently, because he went to Alabama. But he was on a very piss-poor Georgia Tech team and was still able to put those stats up. That should say a lot about the man. So like Barry Sanders when he played for the sorry-ass Detroit Lions. So there's that. It's like an embarrassment of riches. I mean, I bet Nick Saban almost blushes at times at the good luck and the good fortune that's bestowed upon him continually. And then Jay Valai leaves, cornerback coach, might have been the only negative in the offseason, and he turns that negative into a huge positive by hiring one Travaris Robinson, who's considered by many, even in NFL circles, to be one of the best cornerback coaches in America. Not only does he get Travaris to come there, he gets him to come in a lateral position. He's going to be coaching the same exact position at Alabama, which should say a lot about the state of Miami football. that even though they brought in a big name coach like Mario Cristobal, they still couldn't keep the position coach that they wanted to keep. Now, one more thing. Not only has all that occurred, and not only are they having an unheard amount of good fortune with players coming back, just like I mentioned before with the transfer portal with Jamar Gibbs, there's yet another caveat in that, and that is Jermaine Burton, the wide receiver from Georgia. Jermaine Burton, great talent, but for some reason, him and Stetson Bennett just cannot get on the same page. Stetson Bennett decides to come back for yet another year, which could end up being a huge negative for Georgia in the long run. We shall see. He did win a national championship with them. So, right now, the jury's out for me as far as Stetson Bennett goes. But if Jermaine Burton comes from the team that actually beat Alabama to play for Alabama, it's just like, is it ever going to stop? I mean, I almost feel sorry for the rest of college football because in a year where Alabama gets dethroned, they get stronger. It's just, I don't know where else to go with this. What can you do to stop this? These NIL deals, the transfer portal, the going even further back, the up-tempo offenses, all this stuff Nick Saban warned people about. That, yeah, you can do this, but if you're going to make us do it, then it may not end up as good as you guys think it's going to end up. And that's all I got to say about that. You guys and gals tell me, is the Alabama Crimson Tide, are they not going to be as good as I think they're going to be next year? Or are they going to be even scarier than even I have relayed in this podcast? Drop it in the comment section. Tell me what you think. Like, share, comment, and subscribe to this channel. And as always, KMCA to all the other